Hey, what's up today? Go-kart build. Gonna try to cram the rest of this in one video. A lot less chit-chat, more doing. These are known just as split wheels. You bolt them together like that. And in this kit, I got them together. Chink, chink, chink. Yeah, there it is. Go-kart supply. That's where I got it from. My main focus is going to be this back axle today. I've got some bearings to put in and finish putting these guys on. So this is going to suck. This whole thing has already sucked. So this is the wheel for this side. Wasn't supposed to come off this way, but this sucker was seized on there. I had to beat it off, and beat it off. Again, this is the split wheelers nuts that hold these in place. And it's supposed to come apart really easy, but when it's been stuck together in the field for like the last fucking 40 years, yeah, you end up with something like this. Alright, so I've got to get this wheel off. So this wheel's probably going to be the same way. It's probably going to be stuck. So I'm going to try to save the inner tubes. The inner tubes are good. So I'm popping off these three nuts right now, like this. And it should be to where this part right here that you saw earlier is supposed to just pop right off, because you can see how this valve stem is like that. So it's made to where this wheel, since it's split, that it comes off, and then I just grab the inner tube and stuff and pops off. It's supposed to be really easy, but this is not. So now I have to create a center punch in the middle of the axle for my puller. I'm trying to pull this wheel off. Center. I'll let the little divot. Alright, so it should look a little something like this. Oh my god, I was able to save that wheel. Wow. Wow. And then the rest of it comes off pretty much like this. It's stuck, but it looks like that right there. And I'm trying to get this mother effer to lift up. See if I can do it. Might take a couple swings from a hammer. There we are. I'm slowly getting it, just driving the screwdriver in like that, and it's starting to break free. Alright, there we have it. Popped right off. Just stuck. So then this next part is supposed to pop off as well using the puller. Let's see how that goes. Alright. So I'm popping this guy off. He needs to come off too. And put back the way how he was found when it's all said and done. It's like a brass looking sleeve or something. So yep. So this little brass sleeve, I actually just broke it. Very, very brittle. And of course, was manhandling it. It looks like it's just supposed to carry the weight. Since the hub, if you look, is wide. And it's going to extend a little bit past. So this guy, I'm going to go ahead and try to put him back on. But since this is a farm cart, you know, it'll be fine. But if it was like anything more, yeah, I'd want to get a new one of these. And here we are once again. I got my guy up here, and if you look really close, you see how it already started cracking the wheel. It's just because it's stuck. So this is what I'm dealing with. I'm gonna go get my torch and reposition this, and hopefully it'll budge on me. Something like this. Yep. Alright, there went the rest of it. Yeah, buddy, this really sucks. And yep, there's the rest of it. There it is. Got this one off the same exact way I got the other one off. Grinded the piss out of it and started hammering it. What a shit show, man. Okay, so this is the brake little drum guy itself. And see if I can squeeze that in this video. And then I have these hubs as well. And these guys are seized. Everything's seized except this. Got this guy unstuck. Alright, so all I'm doing now is there's a little stopper in the back. I just undid that, little bitty sets, And these are the bearings, trying to get the bearings popped off, and there's a little, a 1/4 inch little key. This is actually all coming apart as planned, surprisingly. Alright, so I got the axle out, just like that. I gotta continue removing the brake drum guy. Here is this garbage, and here is the wonderful replacement. Alright, got the little guy out of there, just lots of hammering. It's rusty. A lot of this has been like doing it in a V. You can kind of see a little V pattern there, and it really loosened it by doing that. So heat helps, whacking helps. Yeah, not whack off. Whack on? Oh, whack off. Whack off. Alright, here we go. Got the axle completely out and butt naked, and I got it cleaned up on the bench grinder. And at this point, I will start putting it back together. So now I have it looking like this. See how that is? Things are still sliding around, getting everything in place. Okay, so now I got a drill for this guy. I got to drill a slit right there, and I can't just switch it around. It's not that easy because I have this guy. I mean, I could switch this around and have it over there, but I'd have to continue the slit on this side. So either way, I've got to do some grinding. All right, there we go. Got some slits for my set screws. Okay, now I got this part. Yep. Starting to look really good. Alright, here we go now. I'm going to be messing with the brake. This is pretty straightforward, I think. And what it looks like is there's a little bracket right there. Alright, and this brake shoe does not really matter. It's the same on both sides. So you just slip it in there. Come on. Just drop that little pin down there. Come on, and you'll see how it goes in there. If you look closer, you will see that there is a hole that's for like a cotter pin. Really little bitty guy down right there in the middle. And I think this brake, this cart has seen some braking because this bracket is a little bent, but that's okay. And so the way how this works is when the cable, when you push down the brake, it'll squeeze the cable and it'll squeeze this guy. And that's how that works. And I'll end up running a new cable right now. And if you look closely at this dowel, just a set screw, there's a hole. Very, very simple. Put it in there just like that, and then you run the cable, and then it'll look, yeah, something like that. Cable will be ran right there, and it should look really nice. But more importantly, it'll work. Alright, on this part, all I did is I just fed this new cable through that hole right there. Look really close to how I did that. First I put on the spring, then I just fed the cable through the spring, through the hole. Looks a little something like that. I am going to end up redoing this. Hey, guess what? Looks like I don't know everything. I fuck up too. So you know what? We're going to learn together. Alright, on this part, I feel like this is pretty important. So the cable's just kind of wound up right there. And what I did is I just simply put the spring on first and ever so gently fed the cable through that hole there so that we can kind of see it. But yeah, and now I'm just going to feed it through the sheeting and take it through the back. Alright, so looks like I got the wrong cable, so I had to cut it because this cable was way too long, and that's alright. So I won't have the fancy little tip at the end, but that'll be alright. Alright, got my helper there. Alright, so here's my pedal. I did get it, ended up getting fed correctly. That's how it's supposed to look through the spring and everything. Yeah, the spring. And when I push it, it's like that. And yes, it works. Now you'll notice how it's a little off a little bit, but again, that's because this cart is used and this bracket's actually bent a little bit. Now I could take my pry bar and bend it back up, but it would actually weaken that weld. So I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. The right way to do it would be to strip that and redo this, maybe reinforce it somehow, maybe like right there, weld a piece or something like that onto there to there. But yeah, it is what it is.
Hey, thanks for watching this segment in removing the split wheels and the brake shoe, replacing the brake. Please like, subscribe. I do appreciate those and my supporters who do give me attention and watch my videos. Please feel free to leave constructive feedback, and we'll see you next time.